Hey guys, how are you? Grant right here. I'm back here today for a new video. This is going to be the first in a sort of four-piece saga of none other than Lara. I received four very exciting requests from a couple of my amazing patrons. I'm very blessed to have. These four requests I'm going to be reviewing over the next four videos are from her Intimite concert, which is arguably one of her best to date. And I am going to be, I have some notes here from one of my amazing patrons, Eric, who really gave me a really nice backstory into the big picture of this concert and these songs. So I'm super excited to be sort of sharing the insight with you. The first video I'm going to be looking at with you guys today is her performance of Suis, Malade, a song I reacted to previously on this channel. This is sort of a stripped down, kind of like more of an acoustic, low-key take on the song from what I gather, and I'm super excited to be watching it with you guys to see how she reimagined it in this concert, and a little bit of insight into this concert for those of you who don't know as much about it as others. I myself am still getting to know so much about Lara, even though I've been a fan of her for, since my childhood. This concert was sort of her way of, not directly, but she had a lot of critics sort of giving her flack for a lot of things when she returned to France from America. I feel a lot of them sort of thought she was kind of a traitor of sorts, and were sort of, I just feel they were giving her an unnecessary amount of hardship for no reason, but for the fact that they didn't like that she went to America. And one of the main things she was criticized for, from what I've read in my notes here, is her vocal style. And I wanted to touch on this because I can relate to her in a lot of ways with that. A lot of the critics were sort of calling her like, you see it in a lot of comments even today. A lot of times people will label a powerful singer as a screamer or a shouter, just out of spite, just out of jealousy a lot of times. And that was the case with her, and a lot of them were just trying to, sort of, like I said, write her off as, something that she's always been so much more than just, I feel like I said, out of jealousy a lot of times. So she wanted to do, essentially, this concert was her way of sort of proving them wrong and showing another side of herself, and really showing a bit more of a delicate side to the songs that she's performing here to her audience. And she never had to prove anything to her audience, but I feel she wanted to really show people, that she is more than just a one-trick pony, so to speak. I can relate to that all the way early in my career. I was sort of had a very similar problem. I've always been a very show-stopping kind of singer since I was a kid, and that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way earlier in my career before I had, formal training or anything. A lot of people were saying the same thing: screaming, shouter, over the top, over singing, you name it. I've heard it, and I really had to work hard to prove people wrong throughout the trajectory of my, career. I'm 35 years old now, so it's been a long time, but you get the drift. I know exactly the struggle of trying to, get your point across and to prove people, wrong. And like I said, I'm so happy to be witnessing this today with you guys. So enough chatting, just wanted to get that out of the way, get something to drink, eat, you know the deal. We are family here, and we're gonna have a good old time as per usual. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before we begin today's video, as always, if you're new here, join the community. I have an amazing family of people here on the channel, and also become a patron to get priority video requests, along with so many other amazing people. So let's get into it.
Je ne rêve plus. Je ne fume plus. même plus d'histoire. Je suis laide, sans toi je suis sale, comme une orpheline. Dans un dortoir je n'ai plus envie de vivre. Ma vie cesse quand tu pars. Je n'ai plus de vie. Et même mon lit se transforme en quai de gare. Quand tu t'en vas, je suis malade. Complètement malade. Comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait là seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade. Parfaitement malade. Tu arrives, on ne sait jamais quand. Tu pars, on ne sait jamais où. Et ça va faire bientôt 2 ans que tu t'en fous. Comme un rocher, comme un péché, je suis accrochée à toi. Je suis fatiguée, je suis épuisée de faire semblant d'être heureuse. Quand ils sont là, je bois toutes les nuits et tous les whisky. Pour moi, ont le même goût et tous les bateaux portent ton drapeau. Je ne sais plus où aller. Tu es partout. Je suis malade, complètement malade. Je verse mon sang dans ton corps. Je suis comme un oiseau mort. Quand toi tu dors, je suis malade, parfaitement malade. Tu m'as privé de tout péchant. Tu m'as vidé tous mes mots. Pourtant je crois que j'avais du talent avant ta peau. Cet amour me tue. Si ça continue, je crèverai seule avec moi, près de ma radio, comme un gosse idiot, en écoutant ma propre voix qui chantera. Je suis malade, complètement malade, comme quand ma mère sortait le soir et qu'elle me laissait seule avec mon désespoir. Je suis malade, c'est ça, je suis malade. Tu m'as privé de tous mes chants. Tu m'as vidé de tous mes mots et j'ai le cœur complètement malade, cerné de barricades. T'entends, je suis malade.
Wow. Sheesh. Well, per usual, completely blown astray. Should have brought the Kleenex for this one also. Humongous round of applause. I didn't know I was going to be that blown away, to be honest with you. That was unbelievable for a multitude of reasons. Can't wait to discuss with you guys as per usual. Like I said earlier, from what I've learned, this was supposed to be her way of really, really showing that completely different side of herself and diversifying her approach with a lot of the songs that a lot of people were used to hearing one way from her. And she really worked hard, from what I've read, to really, really fine-tune certain things with her delivery and really change the way that she takes on a lot of these songs in not humongously dramatic ways, but, you know, everything adds up with every performance. Especially if you are a singer and you're really a music person like me, you notice all the little intricate details within a performance, and she just did such an amazing job with this particular performance. What I loved about it was I say this a lot with her. You guys are probably sick of hearing me saying she is just so good, and she really, really ramped it up with what I'm about to talk about, with that contrast between the speaking, the almost crying with the speaking, and the, you know, head-on singing. And I feel with the original performance, it was, you know, all vocal based, and with this performance, this was almost like a music theater sort of version of it, if you want to put it that way. And she really, really, really ramped up that contrast between the speaking and the singing, and the speaking and the singing. The first half of it you guys saw was just basically her almost adapting it to being like a monologue, very emotional one at that. And then if you need no other proof of what a real vocalist looks like, you saw the second half of this, she completely went a cappella and sounded exactly identical to what she delivered on the record. I'm always saying this night and day. If you cannot put a singer on the spot without any embellishments, without an orchestra, without any accompanying behind them, and have them deliver just as well as they did on a record, they weren't it to begin with. And this is what I'm always talking about right here. Absolutely stunning, and she just ended it in such a brilliant way, her just collapsing to the floor. Can't think of any better way to end the song. She really just, this performance was just a complete home run. And what I didn't know, like I said, a lot of these songs I didn't know everything about, the backstory with them. What I do love about the song, though, from what I read, is the song came to be, just gonna refer back to my notes over here. The song was written and composed in 1973. And basically, Serge Lamal wrote the backstory of it. What the backstory of this whole song is: a love that's kind of crippling, that sort of leaves you astray and leads to a roadblock, if you will, just leads to a lot of suffering, sort of drives you crazy. And he went to Alice Dora, and she wrote the rest of the song in 20 minutes, just based on what he was expressing to her. And I'm such a humongous advocate for that kind of collaboration, because I have the same sort of process. Songwriting a lot of times is a collaboration. A lot of artists these days like to claim that they are the only contributor to a song. They wrote it themselves. Nobody else did anything. 9 times out of 10, songwriting is a collaborative effort, though. And anybody who says otherwise is full of shit. Don't care what they say. And I have the same sort of way of what I do with my own original music with my producer. You know, we meet. I express to him the backstory of the song. I read him a lot of the lyrics, and that's how we come up with the music a lot of times. It's just a collaborative effort of give and take. And I just think it's such a beautiful thing to have read that backstory, because you don't hear a lot of that in modern day music. There's a lot of ego going on. A lot of people want to take sole credit to it. You don't hear that sort of collaborative backstory to a lot of the songs that you love that you don't really know were composed by, you know, a multitude of different people who gave, you know, a bunch of different energy into, you know, the effort. So absolutely stunning song. You know, from the moment I heard it, when, you know, a long time ago, I was drawn to it, and now that I hear this sort of backstory to it, and I see the lyrics in their entirety, it really takes it to a new level with me. I can totally relate to the story of this song. Most of you can. A lot of times relationships, love, you know, even friendships can sort of leave you in a very strange position, and can sort of cause you not to be yourself, and lead to a lot of self-destruction in a way. And it's not a fun process, but a lot of times it is necessary for you to get to the other side of things, whether that be, you know, good or bad. You have to go through it. You can't walk around it. So absolutely beautiful. This delivery, though, was just mind-bogglingly stunning. And I loved when I wasn't, to be honest with you, I wasn't sure what to expect when the pianist walked away, and then she blew it out of the water a cappella. Absolutely love that. I feel little things like that. He just left her like sort of on the spot in a very vulnerable position in a way, and a lot of people would be like nervous for her if you didn't know her. But I had a feeling she was going to knock it out of the rest of the song out of the park. And I loved the way this whole thing was arranged, because it, like I said, it was like kind of her way of getting revenge on the critics in a way, but she still kept that original, you know, feel of the song that halfway through. She gave that really sort of monologue, you know, speaking energy in the beginning to really prove people wrong, and to give a completely different spin on half of the song, and then half of it she blew it out of the park, like, you know, you would expect from her. So absolutely masterfully done. The whole arrangement was absolutely stunning. Humongous round of applause. This was just absolutely such a wonderful beginning to the new week. Like I said, I'm going to be reacting to a couple other of her performances from this concert, so stay tuned for more to come. Thank you so much for joining me today for this reaction video. Once again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, all the good jazz, become a patron to join everybody else over there. We're having a good time with these reaction video requests. You will get priority requests over everybody else on this channel if you do become one. So I look forward to having you over there. Thank you once again for joining me today. I cannot wait to continue this saga trilogy, if you want to put it, coming soon. Have a wonderful day, and I will check you guys later. Peace.